Welcome to part 4 of our It Is What It Is run through
the
Evil
hospice.
Within.
Yes. Leslie was being treated here years ago. He'd come here thinking it was familiar and safe.
You know where we are?
Just ahead is the hospice my brother runs. He'll take us in.
That didn't answer my question.
I honestly don't know. For all I know, I'm losing my mind and you're just a delusion. But I'd like to think I still have a shred of dignity and an obligation to protect my patient. As an officer of the law, you should.
I hope his brother's not a jerk, too.
Okay, if you remember last time, we just went through a little part of a village. We were trying to get through that gate that just crashed down closed behind us. We had to kill a giant brute with a chainsaw. Use his chainsaw to cut open the gate, and then unfortunately the chainsaw is useless after that.
I saw something move.
Now this is the complete walkthrough, so I'm going to go through all the areas. This area over here is a little bit optional. It's not optional if you want to complete some of the challenges that we're working on. Going to see the use of the flash bolt for the first time. Stuns them for just long enough for you to come up. Now that's to execute that kill, you have to do the same thing that you would do as if it was a stealth kill. You have to kneel down just before you get to him, crouch and then use the knife, and it'll do the kill. The biggest problem I have with that whole mechanic is that often I want to crouch down, get close to him, and then I want to hit the attack button, the Y button, which is the physical attack button. But you don't do that. You click the A, the interact button, the same A that you use there to open that chest. And so you'll see me sometimes crouch down, walk up to something, and then stand up and punch them, which is, less than useful. So, okay, but you saw in there that we picked up a map piece, and that's one reason to come over here. That map piece is part of the every Nook and Cranny achievement. Like I stated in the past video, you won't actually be able to see the whole map put together. You will be able to pick up all the parts in a single run, but you won't be able to see the map completed in a single run. You have to come back to a new game plus, and then you can go into the room where the map is and see it completed and get the reward for having completed the map. It has its own set of rewards. Fire, people burning is a repeating theme in the game.
There's no time for fooling around.
In the last couple episodes, Chapter 3 was split into 2 episodes. It was a lot of stealth, a lot of crouching, a lot of hiding. Not so much in this episode. At the same time, there's not a whole lot there's not as many things to fight in this chapter as there were in the last chapter, so you won't. There's action, but it's not the same thing. There's not hordes of stuff. It's more kind of strategic action. It's easy to miss that little crawl space there. I know we did the first time we played through it. It just looked like the door was blocked. It didn't even try. If you get close enough to it, the little prompt will come up and say that you can crawl through or squeeze through. Which is important because over here on the bed is another document, so you wouldn't be able to complete the every Nook and Cranny achievement without coming in here. It's odd that it doesn't show that way, so I'm gonna show you, like, the picture itself isn't the health potion. The health potion's behind the picture, so. It looks much clearer from this side that you can go back out it, but from the other side, I don't know. I walked right by it the first time we played. You can hear the safe room music. That's coming from this little building, this little outhouse building on his right. He's not looking at it. We're going to go into the larger building. This is the building where Dr. Jimenez was saying that his brother worked here.
We must find my patient, Leslie.
And all of this is completely optional. If you If you were just doing a speed run, you would go straight to where you think Leslie, where Leslie is, and then you would skip the whole scene with Dr. Jimenez and his brother. You would skip the other little rooms that we did, the other little houses we did. I'm trying to think ahead to what I might want to use against his brother.
Doctor is here. Peel away. No tearing. Please expose everything.
His brother's actually not on this floor. His brother's on the lower floor. Strange is that thing broke the door to get out. So you can now stealth kill him. And the great thing is he has an axe. This winds up being like a perfect thing that I didn't expect it to really work the way it does, but that axe winds up being all you need.
There's no time for fooling around.
No tearing.
You can tell when you're playing the game slow and the NPCs are trying to prompt you to go on. Get about the business. He'll change his tune here in a minute when we go in where his brother is. He'll want to talk to his brother.
Shush. Don't you fret. Shush. Don't you fret.
Doc, no, don't.
Valerio, it's me.
The good doctor is here.
This is my brother, Valerio. Leslie's original doctor.
Peel away. Yes, expose everything.
Hey, what are you doing?
I did not expect that to work. Those physical attacks. The axe just seemed to knock him back, but then the punch actually broke his head open. It was very much a surprise to me. That's why I had ready the crossbow. The crossbow bolts usually work pretty well against him. So from now on, I have a new mission, and every time I play it, I'm going to use that axe.
How could he have done that to Valerio? Impossible.
So now we know where the where the seventh key is. We found 6 so far. We know where the 7th key is going to be. The first time I did this, it was really hard. It seemed like I had to pick the exact right spot. The A didn't come up for me to stab the knife in. I ran my hand up and down, looking for how I was supposed to get into this body the whole time. It took minutes. I couldn't believe how long it took. Every time since then, it's just come up. I don't know if it's the camera angle or something that I had. But you got the key out that way. It shows up in your inventory. So we now have 5 keys. Found 4 in the last in the last two videos, the last chapter, chapter 3, we found 4 keys, but we haven't been able to get back to the save room yet. We didn't go back to the save room that was accessible in chapter 3. But I think that's where we're going to head next here, because we're pretty much through here.
Leslie?
You can really see him
came from
because
outside.
of where we were when. If I had looked out the window at the right time, you would have seen Leslie running into a building that's just up the hill there. I'm convinced I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm looking for. Looking back at it now, I don't think there's anything else I was supposed to find.
No, he couldn't have.
I mean, obviously I've left some green goo laying around, so I'm still finding stuff, but it doesn't seem like there's anything worth that much time and effort. The bolt was useful. I'd say we now know where everything is in this house. We've walked through every room twice. This is the little outhouse where the music is playing from. Pin to the door pin to the door. It was a personal item. Apparently I was too close to the door and it decided I wanted to open it. The mirror won't break until I pick up that personal document. So I can't actually use the mirror until I pick up the personal documents hanging on the door. Oh, no, I guess it will. Okay. I stand corrected. I know there's a personal document, now I'm confused about Turn around. It's right there on the door. I finally saw it.
Inconceivable. This couldn't have happened.
And you notice that every time we come back to the hospital, we don't always appear in the same place. Here we're already back in the map room. You can see the pieces and parts of the map that we've filled in. I mean, it's a little hard when they don't fill in like cross rows and columns. They just kind of randomly appear on the board. I mean, it's not random. They'll always appear in the same place. You always find them in the same order. I'm just saying the positions aren't like, you don't find one. You don't find the top left corner and then the next one, then the next one, the next one. You find them kind of scattered about. So we have 5 keys. See what kind of goodies we find. If it wasn't a challenge run, if we weren't running the it is what it is, the green goo is actually a lot. You get 5,000. There's some of them that will even give you as much as 20,000. And that's an awful lot. You can upgrade an awful lot with that. So this is the first time we've picked up a shock bolt. You'll see we use those kind of extensively later on. Overall, it wasn't a real... Those 4 lockers weren't real useful to us, but we have one more to open. And some more green goo that's not useful for our run. But If it wasn't the challenge run that we're running, you'd have been very excited about all that green goo. But since it was just primarily green goo, it wasn't really useful for us. But we did get shock bolts, first shock bolts we found, so that's good. Notice the nurse isn't at her station. But every time we come here, we always look and see if there's a newspaper. This is newspaper number 4. And missing persons. Poster number 3. And this is the doctor that we just killed. Dr. Jimenez's brother. Anytime the nurse isn't at her station, you need to kind of go look for her. She's usually going to trigger something for you to happen. It's often worth coming back into your own cell. And here we see if we find a map number 6.
No, not that way. No.
A lot of times when you hear that voice, there's somebody in that cell that you can talk to or at least look at through the bars, but not this time.
So many new admissions and not a single discharge.
And you notice this door opened, so you want to come in here. And this is an interesting fragment because you can't see it there until as you walk by it, it will suddenly appear. And so you got 2 map pieces out of just coming back to the hospital this time. It was a great use of resources for us. We got 2 map pieces and opened 5 different lockers. So a lot of progress made on both every nook and cranny and the Master of Unlocking achievements. Everybody's flashing to Resident Evil 1.
You don't look well at all. Do take care of yourself.
Now here's another clue that the place is kind of back to normal because the color is back. We're not in a black and white world. Often when you come here and the world's that kind of monochromatic color palette. So now you can see we picked up 2 new pieces, number 6 and 7. But if you were paying real close attention, you can tell what changed on the map. But I went back there mostly to show that it doesn't come together like from the top left corner, bottom right corner, or anything else. It just kind of randomly fills in as you go. There's probably some purpose to it as to which ones it's selecting, but I don't really know what it is.
There's no time for fooling around.
Okay. So now there's one other optional area that we can cover that isn't necessary for the gameplay. If you have a powerful enough weapon, you can actually save this woman. She'll run off. And I was absolutely convinced that there was some document that was associated with that in some way, but
Nice shooting.
I don't remember if she dropped something if you save her, if she dropped something or not. But I don't believe it's required for the every Nook and Cranny achievement. I think in one of our playthroughs I used the sniper rifle and shot him there. Took me a while. It took me a second to realize that I'm back in the same house again. We don't need to be here. Oh, but we're gonna look around one more time, I guess. Maybe I'm looking for... I know I left some... look at that. I left a grenade laying around. That's... oh, that's what I'm here for. I'm here there, huh? Because I did shooting. So, okay. There to fill up my ammo. Take that axe with you.
What's wrong with this kid?
Might be useful. As it turns out, it's not really all that useful for what's coming up next, but always a good thing to have an axe laying around. So now we've been in every house except for you saw Leslie finally running into that building there. So we'll follow Leslie down into the basement.
He's gone down
We're
there.
going to encounter a new type of foe down here. And the easiest way to deal with them, in my opinion, is to use the flash grenades, the flash bolts. We just seem to be full of all of our ammunition slots are full. There's nothing for us to. There's, you know, shotgun shells and a bolt there that all would be very nice finds, but we just can't carry very much. Shotgun, we can have four rounds in the magazine and 4 rounds that you're carrying with you. Handgun, 6 rounds in the magazine. Well, it's a revolver, so I don't know. I guess six rounds in the revolver and 10 rounds that you're carrying with you.
Help me.
Leslie!
Help me.
Oh, thank heavens.
Finally, we reunite the doctor and patient.
Here. Settle down.
Not sure that's a good thing, but
I think
at this time during the gameplay, you're thinking, well, at least maybe that's a good thing. And I saw something invisible came into the room and opened that door. So when you can hear that kind of squishy sound coming, and you see stuff moving, or you see a door come open,
This place
you
is
know
a
there's an
death trap.
invisible creature
Is
there.
there anywhere
These
safe
things
at
with their
all?
head that
I
splits
think
open and has tentacles
that's
on both
unlikely.
sides. Those are really deadly
Get out.
if you let them get a hold of
Get
you.
out.
And
We
if
must
you let
be
them get too
going
close
this
to you, it can
way.
be hard to handle.
Can't get away.
But when you know
Can't get away.
we're coming using the flash, the flash grenade seems to really stun them for quite a while.
The stairs are gone.
We must be collectively losing our minds.
Losing our minds. Losing our
We
minds.
must be collectively
Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds.
Oh, God. No. Ruvik. It is you. Leslie!
Who the hell are you?
No! Don't follow!
What the? Doctor? Leslie?
Now the whole world, they're gone for us, for our perspective. We're just now in this hallway all by ourselves now. I don't even know what to consider this place. Some sort of butcher house, I guess, but it's...
What is going on here?
Waist deep in blood and... Anytime we see Ruvik, he seems to send us to places that no normal person would want to be in. This is another place that can become quite overwhelming the first time you're here if you don't know. I don't take the time. This time I walk over to the door. This starts the cutscene, and all the zombies start coming to life. If instead of coming to this door, you walk around familiarize yourself with the area. You'll know where things are that you might be able to use in your favor. Use that explosion. Got one of them that was coming up there, and I like this particular trap. This particular trap is just like the one that was in the building in the last episode, chapter 3, when we would pull it and the spikes would come down on the ground. It works really well as long as you get them coming up a little farther back. If they need to be on this part of the platform, and that guy managed to get out of the... It's kind of a diagonal that goes across it. Exactly wrong, huh? And I did not want to pick the green goo. I'm trying to throw the switch, but it decided the A button, and it was more important for me to pick the green than it was to. Obviously not the case. So I wound up using a lot more ammo here than I was expecting to be able to use the lever to kill as many of them as I could. Still wound up being an okay place to be. Them climbing over the rails gives you lots of time to shoot at them. I haven't turned on my light, so it seems really dark over here. How I could see them. In a sense, I just got lucky. But if you take a different route here, instead of coming straight the way I came and jumping over there, if you draw them around and you come from the other side of that, then more of them are coming in that direction, and you can catch more of them with that weapon. So with that trap. As it was, it wasn't too bad. So there's a lever here that isn't a trap. It dumps bodies out, but you need to pull it 3 times. So dead body. Oh, it's 2 times. Okay, second time gives you a key. I think the third time might give you a live body. I couldn't remember. Just 2 times and you get the key. There's a switch down here where you can drain this blood so that you don't have to wade around. There it is. I don't like to drain it before the fight with all the zombies because they move slower in the blood than they normally would either. So it works against them as well as against you. So as long as you're up on a platform, you can move faster than they can through the sludge. Draining it does give you access to this grenade. We don't have room to carry the grenade, but it does give you access to that grenade. There's one other room here that has some kind of interesting traps in it. Of course, we're going to loot it for pieces and parts to make crossbow bolts from. These platforms are broken, you can't get across this way, but that lever on the other side over there will drop that red explosive barrel, so you can... There's another red explosive barrel already in the room, and then you can drop this one using that. If, of course, you can get somebody up here, but the problem is, for them to be up there, they came up there after you, and so you're already up there too. But if you drop that barrel, then you kick that barrel down and hopefully catch them on fire. Like I said, I like that one switch the best. The spikes coming out of the ceiling, that seems to work the best for me. Maybe because, it's brain dead simple. And spikes come down and kill the things. They don't have to coordinate getting them in any particular position. It does work out better if you come over here and then run towards the lever. That way you get them coming in the direction that the spikes are more likely to hit them. coming up is going to be our first encounter with... I don't believe you're supposed to know who it is at the moment, so I'm struggling. Should I tell you who it is? But the most iconic and most terrifying foe in the whole game. Everybody that has ever played the game, everybody that's ever seen the game, talks about Laura, and this is our first encounter with her. And you do need to run. You need to turn and run as quickly as you can. Now, unfortunately, the door that we passed is locked. You can't get in it. So you're just sitting here at the end waiting for this spidery woman to come get you. Luckily, you're saved by undead. And it's so frustrating to not be able to run. That stamina bar goes down. Now, you need to get this door closed. If you don't get this door closed, you're likely to not survive. You certainly don't have time to pick anything up. I mean, I picked that one thing up and I get trapped on the screen. Okay. Don't run through those. Those are explosive.
What is it with
You also don't have time to collect the parts from them. You don't have time to disarm them. Just get under them and run. And unfortunately, she doesn't trip them either. So the only hard part about the running is you have no stamina. So heaven forbid you one step too far running and you decide to bend over and just suck air while she comes and kills you. And she's a one-shot kill. She will kill you at full health no matter how much health you have. She's a one-shot kill. Now, if I'd have burned that body in the elevator, she may not have appeared there. That red mist that was coming around, that was her reappearing coming through the body. So she can basically teleport from body to body. She destroys the body as she comes through it. You can also, if you have a match and you drop it at the exact right time, you can burn her.
That was close.
In the body as she's coming out. You can catch her on fire with it. Alright, well, that was pretty much chapter 4. We're going to run down here. Ruvik's going to appear. We're going to run back upstairs. It winds up being... I mean, you can't just sit on the stairs and wait. You do have to run from him. When he appears like that, you have to run to the top of the stairs. Once you're at the top of the stairs, there's nowhere for you to go. You can't go back through the gate that fell down. You can't go back through that. So you're just stuck up here waiting. He's going to keep popping up and appearing on each landing subsequently, and then this whole landing is going to fall. And we're going to fall straight into chapter 5. And we'll see you there. We'll see you there, I guess, in a couple of days. So, hope you enjoyed this.